Hey everybody, let's talk about stress. It's something we all experience no matter who we are or what we do. Stress can come from work, school, relationships, or even just the daily grind of life. It's that nagging feeling that can creep up on us when we least expect it. You know, that feeling you get when life throws you a curveball, or 10, at once. Maybe it's a deadline at work, a big exam, or just trying to balance everything on your plate. It can feel like you're juggling a million things at once, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. We've all been there, right? It's a universal experience. Whether you're a student, a professional, a parent, or just trying to get through the day, stress is something we all face. And it's important to remember that you're not alone in feeling this way. It's like when you're trying to parallel park, and there's a line of cars behind you, honking their horns. Not fun. Or maybe it's that moment when you're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting, and every minute feels like an hour. These everyday situations can really test our patience and add to our stress levels. The thing is, a little bit of stress is actually normal. It's our body's natural response to challenges and demands. In small doses, stress can be a good thing. It can motivate us to take action, solve problems, and push ourselves to do better. It's how our bodies deal with challenges. Think about an athlete getting ready for a big race or a performer preparing to go on stage. That rush of adrenaline can help them focus and perform at their best. It's that extra boost of energy that can make all the difference. It's like that extra boost of energy you get when you're about to go on stage or compete in a game. It sharpens your senses and helps you stay alert. But what happens when that stress doesn't go away? When it becomes a constant presence in our lives? It helps us stay focused and alert. But when stress becomes a constant presence in our lives, it can wreak havoc on our health. Chronic stress can lead to a host of problems, including anxiety, depression, and even physical health issues like high blood pressure and heart disease. But when stress becomes a constant presence in our lives, it can wreak havoc on our health. It can affect our sleep, our mood, and our overall well-being. It's important to recognize when stress is becoming too much and to take steps to manage it. And that's what we're going to dive into today. We're going to explore some practical tips and strategies for managing stress. From mindfulness and meditation to exercise and healthy eating, there are many ways to keep stress in check. So grab a cup of chamomile tea, get comfy, and let's talk about how to keep stress from running the show. We'll look at how to create a balanced lifestyle, set realistic goals, and find time for relaxation and self-care. Because let's face it, life's too short to be stressed out all the time. We all deserve to live a life that's fulfilling and joyful. So let's take this journey together and learn how to manage stress in a healthy and positive way. Remember, you're not alone, and there are always ways to find peace and balance in the midst of life's challenges. Okay, so we know a little stress is normal. It's a part of life, something we all experience from time to time. Whether it's a looming deadline at work, waiting for a bus that's running late, or even just the daily grind, stress is an inevitable part of our existence. But how do we know when it crosses the line into chronic stress? This is a crucial distinction because chronic stress can have serious implications for our health and well-being. Think of it this way. Remember those single-serving coffee pods? A little burst of caffeine to get you going. That's like everyday stress. It's manageable, and it can even be motivating. It gives you that little push you need to get through the day. Now imagine someone hooked up an IV of espresso directly into their veins. That's chronic stress. It's like a constant, unrelenting drip of anxiety and pressure that never lets up. It's like your body's stress response is stuck on overdrive, and it never gets a chance to chill out. Your heart races, your muscles tense, and your mind is always on high alert. Everyday stress is like when you're running late for work, or you spill coffee on your favorite shirt. These are temporary situational stressors that, while annoying, are usually resolved quickly. It's annoying, but it passes. You clean up the spill, you catch the next bus, and life goes on. These moments don't linger. They don't weigh you down. Chronic stress is more like dealing with a long-term illness, a toxic relationship, or constant financial worries. These are ongoing issues that don't have easy solutions. They persist day after day, week after week, and they start to wear you down. It's relentless, and it takes a toll. Over time, chronic stress can lead to serious health problems, including heart disease, depression, and a weakened immune system. So how can we tell the difference? It's important to recognize the signs of chronic stress so you can take steps to address it before it becomes a bigger problem. Well, if you're constantly feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or exhausted, and it's been going on for weeks or even months, it's time to pay attention. These feelings are not just a normal part of life. They are signals that something is wrong. Your body might be trying to tell you something. Listen to it. Take a step back and evaluate what's causing your stress. Is it something you can change or manage better? Are there ways to reduce your stress levels, such as through exercise, meditation, or talking to a professional? Remember, your health and well-being are worth the effort. All right, let's get real for a second. Chronic stress isn't just bad for your mood, it's bad for your body too. And one of the first places you'll feel it is your heart. Imagine your heart is like a pressure cooker. A little bit of pressure is fine, it helps things cook faster. But if you keep cranking up the heat and never let the steam out, eventually that pressure cooker is going to explode. That's what chronic stress does to your heart. It makes your heart work harder and faster, which can lead to high blood pressure. Over time, this can damage your arteries and increase your risk of heart disease. So if you want to keep your ticker ticking happily, managing stress is key. Ever notice how you crave sugary, fatty foods when you're stressed? Yeah, me too. It's like your body is screaming for comfort, and the quickest way to get that is through food that gives you an instant hit of pleasure. But why does this happen? Why do we reach for that chocolate bar or those greasy fries when life gets tough? Turns out, there's a scientific reason for that. Our bodies are wired to respond to stress in ways that were useful for our ancestors, but are less helpful today. When you're chronically stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. This hormone is part of your body's natural fight-or-flight response, designed to help you deal with immediate threats. Think of cortisol as that friend who shows up at your door with a tub of ice cream and a bag of chips after a breakup. They mean well, trying to comfort you, but their methods aren't exactly healthy. Sure, it makes you feel better in the moment, but it's not doing you any favors in the long run. Those comfort foods are high in sugar and fat, which can lead to weight gain and other health issues. Cortisol's job is to replenish your energy stores after a stressful event. It signals your body to refuel, which is why you might find yourself reaching for high-calorie foods. But when you're constantly stressed, your body thinks it needs to keep those stores stocked up. This can lead to a cycle of stress and eating that's hard to break. So, cortisol encourages your body to hold on to fat, especially around your belly. This is because belly fat is easily accessible energy for your body, which it thinks it might need at any moment. So the next time you're reaching for that bag of potato chips in a moment of stress, remember cortisol, the sneaky saboteur, and try reaching for a healthier option instead. Opt for foods that are rich in nutrients and can help stabilize your mood, like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Managing stress through healthy habits can also help keep cortisol levels in check. Regular exercise, mindfulness practices like meditation or yoga, and even simple activities like journaling or taking a walk in nature can make a big difference. Don't forget the importance of sleep and relaxation. Quality sleep helps regulate cortisol levels, and taking time to unwind can reduce overall stress. By making these small changes, you can outsmart cortisol and take control of your health. Remember, it's not just about avoiding stress, but managing it in a way that supports your well-being. Your immune system is like your body's personal security team. It's made up of cells that work tirelessly to fight off invaders like viruses, bacteria, and anything else that tries to mess with your system. But when you're chronically stressed, it's like you're forcing your security team to work double shifts with no breaks. They get tired, worn down, and less effective at doing their job. This means you're more susceptible to getting sick, and it also takes your body longer to recover from illness. So if you seem to catch every cold that goes around, chronic stress could be to blame. Give your immune system a fighting chance by managing your stress levels. Remember that pressure cooker analogy we talked about earlier? Well, chronic stress doesn't just impact your heart, it can trigger a whole domino effect of health problems. Have you ever noticed that your stomach goes haywire when you're stressed? You're not alone. Stress can mess with your digestion, leading to stomach aches, diarrhea, or constipation. And if you've ever tossed and turned all night, worrying about something, you know that stress can seriously mess with your sleep. Lack of sleep then makes it even harder to cope with stress, creating a vicious cycle. And let's not forget about the impact on your mental health. Chronic stress can contribute to anxiety, depression, and even panic attacks. It's like your brain is stuck in overdrive and it can't find the off switch. Okay, so we've covered the not-so-fun stuff. Now let's talk about solutions. The good news is that there are tons of simple things you can do to manage stress and regain control of your well-being. First up, exercise. I know. Sometimes the last thing you want to do when you're stressed is to move your body. But trust me on this one. Exercise releases endorphins, which are like little mood-boosting ninjas. Even a quick walk around the block can make a difference. Next, let's talk about relaxation techniques. This is where things like meditation, deep breathing, and yoga come in. Think of these techniques as hitting the pause button on your stress response. And don't underestimate the power of connection. Talking to a friend, family member, or therapist can help you process your emotions and gain a fresh perspective. Look, we all experience stress. It's a part of life, but it shouldn't be running the show. You deserve to feel your best, both physically and mentally. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. So make time for the things that bring you joy, whether it's reading a good book, listening to your favorite music, or spending time with loved ones. And if you're struggling, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Talk to your doctor or a mental health professional. There's no shame in asking for support. Remember, you're stronger than you think, and you deserve to live a happy, healthy, and stress-free life. If you found this video informative and helpful, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to stay updated with the latest insights and advancements. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable content. Thank you.